What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What is up, YouTube? It feels like it has been forever. I have not been able to get on YouTube as this has really been a season of God really slowing things down for YouTube, but not so much TikTok. And so I wanted to come on to release this revelation, this word that God gave me earlier today. Excuse me. And so our declaration is give yourself grace. I'm going to say it again. Our declaration, and I don't know who needs to hear this. What's going on, Bell G08? Give yourself grace. Hey, Kanima. Give yourself grace. I'm going to say it again. Give yourself grace. Y'all ever felt like, like you should be doing more than you're able to do? Anybody ever felt that way? Like you feel like, God, I should be doing more than, what I'm physically, financially, mentally showing up and doing at the moment? Or even on the other hand, have you ever felt like there was more that you could be doing to give God something to work with? This was me in a nutshell today. This was me literally in a nutshell. It's really the revelation and this word came today. Hey, Visha, but I've been feeling this way like all week. Like, God, I feel like I should be doing more. I feel like I should be showing up, and giving you more to work with. And I was kind of beating myself down. And a part of that was, I'm like, God, I want to do the YouTubes, but physically, like I am like tapped. This first week of working back with my old coach, like it has taken my body through the ringer. Like I knew I was going to feel like I got hit by a train, but when it happens, you just kind of like, oh Lord, I can barely walk. And so I was having a moment and I was kind of beating myself down because I felt like, God, I feel like I should be doing more than what I'm doing right now. I feel like, I'm being lazy, even though I know I'm not being lazy. And God told me, he responded. And the first thing that he said was, you're not the only person that feels that way. Give yourself grace. I'm going to say it again. God told me, he said, you're not the only person that feels like you should be doing more. You're not the only person that feels like, like they're not showing up and giving me enough to work with. You're not the only one. And he said, but in moments like that, give yourself grace. And it's like in that moment of God telling me that I'm right outside the gym now. But in that moment of God telling me that, it's like he began to just highlight just how physically exhausted I have been. Like my body just feels like tomorrow is a rest day and I'm just screaming like, Lord, I can't wait until tomorrow where I don't have to see the gym at all. Give yourself grace. Some of y'all need to hear that. God is not looking for perfection. He's not looking for us to give more than what we can do. And I think for me, I fell into the trap of comparing. Because in moments where you feel like you're not doing enough, moments where you feel like you should be doing more, hey, Miss Allen, it's like in those moments, the devil highlights people that you perceive are doing way more than you. Tell me I'm wrong. Y'all know I'm not wrong. In moments where you be feeling like you can give God, more to work with, even though you giving your best, even in moments where you feel like I should just be doing more than what I'm currently doing. In those moments, the devil will highlight people that you perceive, notice I say you perceive that they are just doing way more. And it makes you feel even worse. It makes you condemn yourself. And to be real, when you do that, it'll make you push against the grain of what God wants you to do. So for me, like, I took my eyes off of God for a split second in that area. And I'm looking at other people and I'm just like, God, I feel like I should be doing more. Like, why? I was beating myself up for being tired. Like I have any control over that. I can't help that my body is like, it's in pain. I can't help that. I can't help that I'm just one person. But God told me, give yourself grace. He's not looking for us to do more than what we can. He's not looking for us to be like somebody else, to give him what somebody else gives him, or to show up in life the same way that we see other people showing up. But what he is expecting is that we show up and give him 100%. I don't know who needs to hear that. That is what God is looking for. Can you give me 100% effort? Point blank, can you give me your best? And your best is not defined by what somebody else is doing. Your best is what you can do right now. Are you willing to just show up, even if you woke up today and you've been going throughout today or this week for that matter, feeling like you on 50, right? God is saying if you would just be willing to give me the 50% that you do have, I'll be more than well pleased. I'm going to say that again. Even if you woke up and you've been feeling like, this has been a kind of weird week. If you're feeling like, God, I only got 50%. God is saying, if you would just show up with that 50%, I would be more than well pleased. But I was sitting there beating myself up because I feel like, God, I should be doing YouTube videos. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And physically, I have been so exhausted and so sore to where I've had no choice but to rest my body. But this afternoon, God told me, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. And to the person that needs to hear this, give yourself grace. Because God is well pleased that you are still showing up in the spite of. In the spite of your energy being low, in the spite of you being tired, in the spite of your circumstances, in the spite of whatever the storm is that you've been facing, God is saying, he's well pleased at your effort. You still showing up in the spite of. So give yourself grace. Stop comparing what you're doing to other people. And another thing that God, and he's saying to share this, he's reminding me earlier today, it's been a revelatory day, but it didn't come to fruition until maybe about an hour ago. But another thing that God was telling me when I was comparing, God told me, he said, when you think about the path that you're on, faith is an exhausting journey. So you're not going to have as much energy as people of the world. And a lot of times the people that we compare ourselves to, right, when it revolves around us showing up, giving God something to work with, are people that don't serve God. But he told me, he said, you over here comparing apples to oranges. You can't do that. You can't compare apples to oranges. You are on a faith journey, and that in itself, it can be exhausting. It requires all the effort, right, within you to stay the course. I say all of that to say, stop comparing. You right where you need to be. You're doing exactly what God needs you to do. You ain't lagging behind. And many of us, we're literally moving at God's pace. And I think sometimes we feel like, because things are going slow, because we're not moving as fast as we would like to move, that our blessings are being held up. But baby, your blessings are going to come right on time, every single time. Your breakthrough is going to happen right on time. The miracle is going to happen right on time. The door is going to open right on time. You're not late. You're not early. You will be right on time. So give yourself grace. For many of us, God is leading us into a period of rest where we can rest our minds, rest our bodies, and things may slow down just a hair so that you can catch a break, so that you can finish the race that you started. Give yourself grace. And that's the word. I'm not going to add nothing else to it. And I'm not going to take away anything from it. Give yourself grace. So if this has blessed you, can you just tell God thank you? And if you have not already hit that thumbs up button, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, because there may be more people that feel the same way that you feel that need this word. Give yourself grace. I'm giving myself grace. I'm human. I'm one person. I can't do it all. Even though sometimes I be feeling like I'm Superwoman, I cannot do it all, because I am literally not God, and you not either. You can't do it all. We had to go at his pace. And so that is it. To those of you guys that feel led to sow, you label this your give yourself grace seed. Let up on yourself. I don't know why he feel led to say that. Let up on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. Be gentle with yourself in this season. Because at the end of the day, all we can do is what we can do. And I don't mean that like in a, going through warfare kind of way, but like even like in seasons of movement, all you can do is what you can do. And all God requires is that we just show up with what we do have each and every single day. And that's it. To those of y'all that feel led to sow, you can. You label this your give yourself grace seed. Quick update on where we are with like rearranging the office and turning it into a studio. I have put up the majority of the soundproofing pads. I have a few more, maybe like 10 more to put up. But for the most part, that is done. Our next phase is going to be actually getting the computer desk and getting some of the other items off of the list. And so to those of you guys that want to sow that way, you absolutely can. The links are in the bio. And so that is it, y'all. I love y'all. I am rooting for y'all. I'm about to get off here and go get my workout in so that I can get back in before it starts storming here. And so that is it, y'all. I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. So until next time, y'all.